Host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Washington football team. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. McLaughlin taking a shot for Samuel. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
49ers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Lance. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. On 1st down, Mitchell. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From midfield, here's Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Flush to his right. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now Lance on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Arik Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. McLaughlin. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw. McLaughlin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Tackled by Emmanuel Mosley.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped-up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Lance. And that is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the return will stop right around the 25. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
On 1st and 10, McLaughlin. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw on third down, McLaughlin. This is Jennings. And out of bounds right around the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Well, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Flushed out right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Lance now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. To try again after the sack, Lance. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
On first down, McLaughlin. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he finds McLaurin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the 49ers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lance again. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The kick by Bass is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Mitchell, and able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On first down, it's Mitchell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. The Lance going to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Gibson. And he gets it down to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental.
Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And here's a give to Gibson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. It's a first down and more for Gibson. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Gibson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Finding room to the 20, and he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 96 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 18. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cameron Curl. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. On second down, here's Gibson again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
and they hate that. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that. And they hate that. And they hate that.
Yeah, what's up?
Eat 'em up, yo.
Yeah, I was on a little diet.
Eat 'em
Getting ready
up.
for the summer. Even if they
Eat
don't
'em
want
up,
it, we gon'
yo.
give it to them.
Eat 'em up. If I don't do nothing, I serve. Really, I'm super absurd. Got 'em all dead like purge. Leave 'em speechless, no words. Leave 'em speechless, no. Coming in first, who's third? Tight fit, showing my. Lights, camera, action like verbs. Going hard for my sisters. Hurry up, take my picture. Heels hurt, I got blisters. Touchdown, make me richer. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that. And they hate that. And they hate that. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that. And they hate that. And they hate that.
Yeah, what's up?
Eat 'em up, yo.
Yeah, I was on a little diet.
Eat 'em
Getting ready
up.
for the summer. Even if they
Eat
don't
'em
want
up,
it, we
yo.
gon' give it to them.
Eat 'em up. I could do it better than he can. Really like that, no pretend. Had to get him back just to revenge. I'ma go to Paris for the weekend. I'ma go with for the weekend. Sports mode, cause I be speeding. No safety, I'm bleeding. I can never fumble like defend. Going hard for my sisters. Hurry up, take my picture. Heels hurt, I got blisters. Touchdown, make me richer. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that. And they hate that. And they hate that. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that. And they hate that. And they hate that.
Yeah, what's up?
Eat 'em up, yo.
Yeah, I was on a little diet.
Eat 'em
Getting ready
up.
for the summer. Even if they don't want it, we gon' give it to them.
Eat 'em up.
and welcome into this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the Coach. Let's send it down to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis for the call.
We start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You've got the ball on your own 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay.
Hello there, it's the Coach with you here today, and this is an Ultimate Challenge. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Brandon.
Coach, we start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. We're still without a score, tied at 0. You've got the ball on your side of the field. 1st and short. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go.
The Coach here, and welcome to this Ultimate Challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat.
And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10.
Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Gaudin.
A powerful stiff arm that frees him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to...
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
We start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You've got the ball on your own 25-yard line. As we get set here, 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. He's got Mason complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched a...
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm the Coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
Coach, we start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. We're still without a score, tied at 0. You've got the ball on your opponent's 25-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Hey, everybody, welcome. It's the Coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. To finish this out, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25. 1st and 10. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Right off the bat, we see a pair of 2-yard runs. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Trask to throw it. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
That's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at the 20. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
Hey, Hey, folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team.
And the Ultimates, their offense gets ready. First down and 10.
Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
We pick up this challenge in quarter number 1 with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. We're still without a score, tied at 0. You've got the ball on your opponent's 25-yard line as we get set here, first and goal. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another Ultimate Challenge on EA Sports. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
We start this challenge off in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left on the clock. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You have the ball on your own 35-yard line as we get set here, first and 10. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll roll him out right. That's into the hands of Powell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Trash throw taken in by Fitzpatrick. A gain of 6 there on first. Trask again. He finds his man, complete. It's Mason. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
2 minutes left to go. This one, surprisingly, still scoreless. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now they run. It's Mason. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll run here with Mason. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any... the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first look here for DJ Dallas. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Wilson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Brady now on first down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And this is caught by Evans. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 on the Seahawks 20-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They fake the handoff. Now Brady getting it out wide here to Bernard. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Brady again. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
14, run it.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He drops it off for Bernard. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Brady. Complete. It's Johnson.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Brady to throw again. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Brady letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 46. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. It's caught. Block it.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Gerald Everett, 38 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to a field goal. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. L.J. Collier. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 22, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Dallas. And some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Throwing is Wilson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Devin White picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw into the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Rob Gronkowski, 46 yards. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And down inside the 15 he goes. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown! DJ Dallas from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On play action, it's Brady. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Brady to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Finding Miller once more, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Back to throw, Brady. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Succop's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. There's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucks have just about wrapped up the victory. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. On EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Jackson on 1st down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. On 2nd and 9, Jackson swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows.
Open man Watkins, touchdown Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brady looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing, man. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overramped. Others say, I got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turned out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll swing this out to Fournette. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Brady. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady again. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Brady. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Brady. And this pass broken up. And the contact way of time there. And now 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I
know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. That throw by Brady incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Brady to throw again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at...
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard. At the 4. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, it's Brady. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Ravens 14. Buccaneers 7.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Oh, gets into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tavon Young. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. He said the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2. After the interception, here's Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Throwing after the interception. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Brady now to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And Jackson throwing once more. And that will be incomplete.
He went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And the Raven pressure too much. Down it goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack on 1st down, Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead will shrink to 6. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this 3rd quarter of play. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the 1st half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Brady going to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Brady. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. So that'll back them up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Succop for the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return is Duvernay. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Jackson on 1st down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. Play action. Now Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good. Baltimore. First and 10 at the 49.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
A 3rd quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Again, Jackson. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Brady now on first down. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Brady. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a goal. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting. Brady will look to throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making.
during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett, excellent job on that play. A big loss, 18 yards. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll give them 8 that time. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 37 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Patrick Queen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin 84 yards. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Now Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. And he goes out right around the 39.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Jackson. Dobbins with it. Oh, and that a very short gain. They do get a first, but short pickups, not what they're looking for. Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll make it 2nd down. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Quick slant to Brown. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Buffalo Bills. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. It's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. But I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in our quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot. As he was there to pick that one off and and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McKenzie now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Then he's got his man here, Beasley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On 1st down, Allen rolling to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Now, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they... across midfield. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A.J. Klein. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 2nd and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And you see zone defense, and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call. You got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From midfield, here's Brady. This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Brady now on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bills' 21-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Brady now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. Touchdown! Tom Brady to his old Patriot pal, Rob Gronkowski. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, but pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to...
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown.
Tom Brady, a touchdown pass to O.J. Howard. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 21-0.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Allen now on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing now is Allen on the move to his left. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Rolling to his right. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here.